Marble cracked. Statues lay headless in the dust. In the year 476 AD, a teenage boy named Romulus Augustulus handed over the symbols of imperial power to a barbarian general. No thunder, no final battle, no blazing apocalypse, just quiet surrender. And with that, the empire that once ruled from the misty hills of Britain to the burning sands of North Africa simply stopped being Roman. But how does a small settlement on the banks of a muddy river in Italy rise to dominate the known world for centuries, only to collapse under the weight of its own greatness? To understand the fall of Rome, you have to begin with its audacity. Long before emperors, before legions in shining armor marched in perfect formation, Rome was little more than huts on hills beside the Tiber River. According to legend, it was founded in 753 BC by Romulus, who, in a fit of ambition and rage, killed his own twin brother Remus. Fratricide was not the most reassuring beginning for a civilization, but perhaps it was fitting. Rome would grow through conflict, blood, and relentless ambition. In its earliest centuries, Rome was ruled by kings. Some were capable, others tyrannical. The last king, Tarquin the Proud, pushed the Romans too far. His son's crime against a noblewoman sparked outrage so intense that the monarchy was overthrown in 509 BC. In its place, the Romans created something radical for its time, a republic. Power would not belong to one man. It would be shared between elected officials, consuls, senators, magistrates, each balancing the other. Or so they hoped. The Roman Republic was not democracy as we understand it, but it was a revolutionary system. Citizens, at least male landowners, had a voice. And with this system came fierce competition. Roman politics was not gentle debate, it was ambition in armor. What made Rome different from its neighbors was not just military strength, it was adaptability. When Rome conquered its enemies, it did not always annihilate them. Instead, it absorbed them. Former rivals became allies. Conquered peoples were sometimes granted partial citizenship. Roads were built. Infrastructure connected distant lands. Rome stitched its empire together with stone and law. Then came the Punic Wars, 3 brutal conflicts against Carthage, a North African superpower. In the second of these wars, a Carthaginian general named Hannibal marched elephants across the Alps into Italy itself. Imagine the terror. War elephants descending from snow-covered mountains. Entire Roman armies were slaughtered. And yet, Rome refused to surrender. That stubborn resilience became Rome's signature trait. Even after catastrophic defeats, it rebuilt its armies and fought on. Eventually, Rome destroyed Carthage so completely that, according to later legend, the land was salted to prevent anything from growing there again. Whether true or not, the message was clear: Rome would endure. By the 1st century BC, Rome controlled vast territories. Wealth flooded into Italy. Slaves captured in war fueled the economy. But prosperity brought new problems. Economic inequality widened. Small farmers lost land to massive estates. Political offices became stepping stones to personal power. The republic that had once prided itself on balance began to crack. Into this instability stepped ambitious generals. One of the most famous was Julius Caesar. Brilliant, charismatic, and dangerously popular, Caesar expanded Rome's territory into Gaul, modern-day France, earning immense loyalty from his troops. The Senate grew uneasy. When ordered to disband his army, Caesar made a fateful decision. In 49 BC, he crossed the Rubicon River with his legion, effectively declaring war on his own republic. The die is cast, he is said to have declared. Civil war followed. Caesar emerged victorious and was declared dictator for life. To many, he was a reformer. To others, a tyrant. On the Ides of March in 44 BC, he was stabbed to death by senators who believed they were saving the republic. They were wrong. Caesar's assassination unleashed more chaos. After years of civil war, his adopted heir, Octavian, emerged as the last man standing. In 27 BC, he took the title Augustus, becoming Rome's first emperor. The republic was dead. The empire had begun. Under Augustus, Rome entered a golden age known as the Pax Romana, the Roman peace. For nearly 2 centuries, the empire enjoyed relative stability and prosperity. Trade flourished across the Mediterranean. Roads stretched thousands of miles. Aqueducts delivered fresh water to cities. Amphitheaters echoed with spectacle. At its height, the Roman Empire encompassed millions of people speaking dozens of languages. Its army was a machine of discipline and engineering. Legionaries could build fortifications overnight. march incredible distances, and fight with ruthless efficiency. But even during its golden age, seeds of decline were quietly taking root. The empire was vast, too vast, some would argue. Managing distant provinces required enormous resources. Communication was slow. Corruption festered. Emperors came and went, sometimes peacefully, often violently. After the death of Emperor Marcus Aurelius in 180 AD, instability increased. His son Commodus proved erratic and self-indulgent. He fancied himself a gladiator, fighting staged battles in the arena while Rome's political structure weakened. The 3rd century became a nightmare. Between 235 and 284 AD, Rome had over 20 emperors, most of whom met violent ends. Generals declared themselves emperor with the support of their troops. Assassinations were common. The empire fractured into competing regions. Meanwhile, external pressures mounted. Germanic tribes tested Rome's borders. The Persian Empire in the east posed a formidable threat. Plague swept through cities, killing thousands and weakening the workforce and army alike. In response to chaos, Emperor Diocletian made a bold move in 285 AD. He divided the empire into 2 halves, east and west, to make it easier to govern. It was a practical solution, but also an admission. The empire was too large for one ruler. Later, Emperor Constantine embraced Christianity and established a new capital in the east, Constantinople. The city was strategically positioned, wealthy, and defensible. Over time, the eastern half grew stronger, while the western half struggled. Rome itself, once the heart of power, became symbolic rather than strategic. In 410 AD, the unthinkable happened. The Visigoths, led by Alaric, sacked Rome. For the first time in nearly 800 years, a foreign enemy had breached the city. The psychological shock was immense. Though the empire limped on for decades, the illusion of invincibility was shattered. Then came the Vandals. Then the Huns under Attila, who pushed deep into Roman territory. Though Attila never captured Rome, the pressure he exerted destabilized the region further. The Western Empire was bleeding. Its economy was strained. Its military increasingly relied on foreign mercenaries whose loyalty was uncertain. Political leadership was weak and often manipulated by powerful generals. Finally, in 476 AD, a Germanic leader named Odoacer deposed the young Emperor Romulus Augustulus. Instead of appointing another puppet ruler, he declared himself king of Italy and sent the imperial insignia to the Eastern Emperor. There was no dramatic explosion, just administrative change. The Western Roman Empire had fallen. Yet here is the twist. Rome did not truly die. The eastern half, what we now call the Byzantine Empire, continued for nearly 1,000 more years. Roman law influenced Europe for centuries. Latin evolved into the Romance languages. Roman architecture, governance, and military strategy shaped civilizations long after 476. Even today, we borrow Roman concepts: republic, senate, citizen, veto, roads, calendars, legal systems, all echo Rome. So what caused Rome's fall? There was no single catastrophic event. It was a slow unraveling. Political corruption, economic instability, overexpansion, military reliance on outsiders, social inequality, external invasions, internal decay. Rome did not collapse in a day. It eroded. Perhaps that is why its story feels so haunting. The empire that seemed eternal, Roma Eterna, was undone not only by enemies at the gates, but by weaknesses within. And yet, its legacy remains woven into the fabric of the modern world. From a pair of feuding twins on a hill in Italy to an empire that reshaped continents, Rome's rise and fall is not merely a tale of conquest. It is a warning about power, ambition, resilience, and fragility. Because history whispers a quiet truth: no empire is permanent, and even the greatest can fall.